Hello, this is Joe A again. I just want to show you guys something. I'm going to change my OEM turn signals to dynamic sequential turn signals, okay? And in order to accomplish this, I had to remove the cover of my mirror. Again, this is a 2016 E400 Mercedes-Benz. Now you probably guys, some of you out there probably wondering what this wire is right here. Well, this is what I did to tap into the puddle lights, because I do have puddle light underneath here, and there's no way you can access the puddle light from this end. And the way I achieved that was by removing the mirror, carefully removing the mirror, which was really easy. You see these little tabs right here? Okay, there's a couple tabs. There's like 3 up here in the front. On the top, 1, 2, and around here is another one. On the other side is another one. So with a screwdriver, small screwdriver, you carefully just lift up, pushing the mirror out, and the mirror will come off. It'll disengage, and it'll easily come off. And once you remove the mirror, you have access to 2 screws in the front, behind the mirror, like right here and right here. And you take those screws off, and this whole unit down here, the bottom unit, just falls, it just snaps right down. Okay, it's really easy. And then when you do that, you see there'll be 2 wires. There'll be 2 wires attached to the housing of the puddle light, and that's how I was able to tap into the wires using a tester. I figured out which of the 2 black wires has power when you open the door and the puddle light turns on, and that way I was able to figure out which one to tap into. Then once I did that, I prepared a piece of wire like this one right here. The wire's all insulated. Put a female connector there. Ran the wire through this hole here. Okay, right around here. It comes out down here. Okay, and I soldered it to the wire providing power. Taped it all up, nice and neat. Looks OEM factory. Put this back on the screws. Pop the mirror back in. Okay, and just and it ran the wire like this, and this is ready. Now, this wire, what is this wire for? This wire is for the new turn signal. It has what's called a startup light, and so you guys will see once I get it all installed. Now, these are the clips I was telling you. You gently pry on them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But you work your way from the top. Once you get those from the top loose, disengaging from the edge of this thing here, the base, it moves the mirror back and forth and up and down. Then the ones in the bottom, you with a screwdriver like so, it's a very small one. You go on the side, and then you push on it out. And once you disengage that one, it easily comes off. The mirror comes off. So I'm just gonna set the mirror here on top, and then on the other side. Okay. And now what I want to do, the reason I removed the mirror, because I need to access this bolt, this little screw here, and this other one right in here. Okay. Alright, so I can bring, once I do that, this whole piece just drops. Okay, and that way I have better access to the wires of the puddle light, so I can tap into it. So let me go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I removed the screws. Okay, so I'm gonna gently put the screwdriver in here, very gently, and then push down on this. It's kind of hard to do this and record at the same time. This is like a tab too, so. Alright. Let me try this again. It's hard to do this while you're recording. And you have to be very careful. You don't want to do it too hard and end up breaking something. Okay, so. There you go. See how it comes down? Comes down. This one right here, okay, you hold it. There's another little tab right here. So all you do is push back on it, and it should release the and then there's another one back here somewhere. Yeah, there's one back here. There we go. And it should drop. There we go. That easy. Okay, so I tapped into the puddle light wire using a tester here, and figured out which one of these it has power when you turn on when you open the door. Okay, which makes the puddle light turn on. So that's the wire I wanted to tap into. So I went ahead and then soldered a piece of wire, ran it through the back here. Let me see, ran it through here. Okay, let's put it home, and I attached a female connector. Okay, and I like this because it looks clean, looks OEM. So now we're gonna test it out. Okay. Again, it's kind of hard to do this with trying to record at the same time. I want to go ahead and open the door and see the puddle light comes on and the light comes on. It's exactly what it's supposed to do. So when I get the new sequential dynamic turn signals, that wire for the startup light is gonna get hooked up to there. Okay, it's gonna work in conjunction with the puddle light, which is exactly what I was targeting. And that's it. So now we just gotta wait for the dynamic turn signals come in and just plug and play. Okay, so this is my right side mirror housing, and as you can see, I'm going to be replacing this right here, okay, with the dynamic sequential turn signal. And what I need to do now, just one screw here, and there's another torque screw up here. Remove these two screws, okay, and then carefully remove, there's a tab over here, okay, and then carefully remove this piece. Okay, it all comes off easily, and then replace it with dynamic sequential turn signal. It should be really easy to do. So let me get started. Okay, so I removed the old turn signals. Okay, I removed them from the mirror housing, and it was really easy. Like I said, there's two screws, and you got one clip, three clips, or tabs, and it came off pretty easy. The only thing is, though, for some reason, this mirror from factory had a piece of adhesive tape right there, real thin, clear adhesive tape. Okay, so I had to carefully wedge a plastic trim tool to be able to pry this loose from this end right here. So when I was removing this very carefully, so as not to break this off. And I can see probably why they did that. So this piece right here, as you're looking at the mirror from the front, would stay snugged onto the turn signal. Okay, and in this wedge in here. So I can see why they did that from factory. So just be patient. I was just, being patient, be patient, because you don't want to break this, So now I just got to clean this out. And when I put the new turn signals, I got to make sure I put a piece of adhesive, clear, thin adhesive right there, so it'll stick snugly on the wedge right here of the new turn signal. Because if I don't, this is just going to be wobbling in there, and I guess that's why they did that. Okay, so my dynamic sequential turn signal lights came in today, and I already installed it on the mirror housing. I like it because they're dark. Now, if you recall in the past, I mentioned about this little connector that I prepped up. Okay, this female one here. All right, now this light. Let me see if I can grab this housing while dropping it. This light brings an extra wire, okay, right there. Now, what I did is I attached a male end to that wire, okay, and I insulated the wire so it'll look like OEM, okay. Now I want to connect that to that one right there, okay, and that will activate my starlight, okay, and I'll show you shortly once I put this housing back into the right mirror. Okay, I just got finished installing the dynamic sequential turn signals. Everything is beautifully installed. Okay, so let me give you a demonstration how this is going to work. Right now the doors are closed. I'm going to open the doors. Okay, now that's your startup light I was talking about right there, and I tapped into the puddle light so it'll work in conjunction. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the car on really quick. Okay. Right, left turn signal. There you go. Pretty cool. Right turn signal. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off now. There's that startup light. Comes out when you turn off the car. Okay. And lock the doors. Goes yellow. There you go. That's it. Perfect.